It's a good picture. It's a fun picture.
Yeah, I never took any pictures like that.
You have cool pictures. Oh. It was scary. It was exhilarating. It was fulfilling. It really taught me a lot about being responsible and taught me a lot of empathy and compassion for humans. I was exposed to all kinds of people that I had never been exposed to in my youth.
I was embedded a few times with locals, living with Iraqi soldiers and Iraqi policemen. Same thing, Afghanistan, living with Afghan soldiers and Afghan policemen.
There are people there who are they're just people, and they get wrapped up in all of the crap that is happening. And then there are definitely people who hate you, and they want to do everything they can to destroy you, and they'll do everything they can to kill you or your friends.
I mean, that's anywhere you go in the world anyway, you know. It shouldn't, like a lot of people's misconception about Iraq and Afghanistan is people are always around each corner trying to kill you. It's not really not that true. You know, you're more likely to die in Chicago than you are in Baghdad. Yeah.
You're programmed to go to war to stay alive, and so naturally you're going to have some things that, you know, are different about you. So when you jump, or when you look at something, or when you're paying attention to what's happening around you, or when you startle easily, or you space out because you have a memory, families get very uncomfortable, or you know, have this outburst and you can't even figure out why you're so angry, because at the core you feel helpless because it doesn't make sense. You've been away from your life for a while. So I think those are difficult things for families to deal with, when you say.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my family was, you're different. I'm sure your family thought you were different.
Oh yeah, yeah. When after my first tour, my mom and my brother were like, I wasn't the same person that I was when I went.
The hardest thing about continuing to be a military family, I think it's lots of things, right? I mean, we deal with
separation.
Yeah.
Like when you're gone for a long time, like when you went
school.
To your officer school.
Yeah. I was gone for a month before.
Yeah.
Last summer. And that requires, you know, Chris to be main, you know, the main parent, and then me coming back. I think the worst thing was when Jacob didn't want to be in the same room with me, and he was my son. I carried him, and you know, nursed him, and then he didn't even want to have anything to do with me. He just screamed for his dad, and so that was probably the worst emotion. The thought of it, you know, leaving Chris and my son is scary. My continued service is what's important for my son and my husband. I don't always, you know, agree with everything that's happening in our country, but I believe in what we stand for as a nation, and freedom and love, and, you know, the ability to have your own opinions, and I want my son to grow up being able to do those things. And if that means that I have to go away and provide support for other people who are fighting for his freedom, then that's unfortunately or fortunately a sacrifice that I've made.